And we're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are live, Jimbo. Is that true? Is that a fact?
Just do your hello and welcome again for the recording.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Outback Quarterback Podcast. We are live in Musclecat Studios for our very special 300th episode. The boys are here. The big reveal, Jimbo. Let's have a look at Christopher Hall, our QB2. We got Matthew Maidment, known as Dos, our QB1.
Oh,
I'm Curtis
no
DuBois.
worries, mate.
I'm Curtis DuBois, the QB3.
And I'm Jimbo.
Oh, Jimbo's here.
Jimbo!
Look at him. Hey, bring him back
Josh
up.
hadn't seen that yet.
Oh.
Welcome, Jimbo. Welcome.
There we go.
Now, boys,
Had to get my FaceTime.
it's a celebration. It's a celebration, fellas. Congratulations. 300 episodes, and we've, missed each maybe 1 or 3 episodes? Maybe Hawley's missed about 10.
I've missed a few.
Hawley's had a few US road trips in there where he's
A European trip.
Does it count as him doing the episode when he sends in a voice memo?
Fair. I did do an episode while I was in the US.
Yes, and I could use about, 6% of those voice memos you sent through.
Yeah.
And then a couple of videos you asked me to delete afterwards. And then a couple
They weren't bad videos, by the way.
No.
They weren't pornos or anything.
No, they...
No. This is live, isn't it?
We are live,
Yes,
yeah. That
we are
reminder,
live.
Hawley, we are live. It's a family-friendly show. But Dos, 300 episodes. How does it feel, my friend?
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Considering we started this almost 4 years ago to the
Your nipples
day,
seem excited
basically.
about it.
You're really pushing the
Pushing the live format.
live format, aren't you?
This is where I shine, fellas.
we're getting that
This is
hot
where-
reveal.
This is our final episode as well, forgot to mention.
Get that dump button ready, Jimbo. Get that dump button ready.
But Hawley,
You are a moron.
Are we delayed? Are we delayed by 30 seconds or is it full live?
No, we are
No,
live,
we are
live.
Live. Well,
Yep.
This is your fault, not mine.
Keep going, Dos.
Sorry, Dos.
I was going to say Hawley,
And your
but for a
nipples.
300th celebration, would you have thought a nice cake?
I would have thought maybe some birthday presents. Because it's kind of like our birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I spent all my present money on your Christmas presents, fellas. Remember?
Yes.
They were good
thanks.
presents too.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
You're the
No,
you're
no
the best.
cake. We used to get cakes, but
She's
won't
not
go.
listening, don't worry.
your ex-girlfriend used to make us
She did.
cakes.
Yeah.
We got one for our 100th episode.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
What was the 200th episode? Did we do anything?
I don't know if we did anything for the 200th, but you know what we're doing tonight, and I do need to say, because I haven't said it yet, is welcome to everybody who's online. Welcome in the chat. I assume it's already starting to go off in there, Jimbo, in the live chat.
Yep, we got plenty of people in the chat. The usuals, Hans, Ricky, Doninator,
The Doninator.
got
That's
Lethan
in
Man.
Yep.
We got, Ricky Dalby saying congrats on the 300th.
Thank you. Thank
Cheers,
you.
buddy.
I mean, it's a big thank you and celebration tonight of all of our listeners and our viewers. Boys,
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they have been the ones, they're the reason we've kept going. We love the
They
input.
pay the bills, Kurt.
They do pay the bills. Very expensive bills with the cost of living at the moment in Musclecat Studios.
Especially out here, far out.
That's right.
Added an extra $40 to the trip.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot. I might have
you
to-
forgot.
I
No,
might-
Hawley and I discussed it
I'm sure you have.
earlier in the week, saying
Dos and I, we're going to start.
give us petrol
We're
vouchers.
going to start carpooling. Going to meet halfway and Hungry Jacks along the way and then jump in.
I didn't even think of that. It must be an expensive trip out here. All right, we'll have to work on that. Let's talk about that post-show.
We've got Morph Gin in the chat. Morph Gin, he's saying, my first episode listening to you guys. We've been chatting on Instagram for a while.
Hey.
Chaotic start.
Morph
That'd
Gin,
be
yes,
nice.
it normally settles into a rhythm, Morph Gin. So if you can make it through the first 8.5 minutes, you'll be fine. You're speaking to Dos. That's the man you've been speaking to in the chat.
Hey.
Welcome. Thank you for jumping
Thank
over
you.
from Insta to here.
I would love to talk to you on Instagram, but
You're blocked from it.
We changed the password.
you
Yeah.
don't let me on there.
Because you threatened to go live, and we just can't have
And
that
now
yet.
look at us.
And-
I was ahead of my time. Like I said, I'm Europe.
well, I assume you're sober tonight, though. That might be the difference.
Yeah, I am. Oh, yeah, of course. That would make sense.
Yeah. Q&A tonight, boys. We've already had a bunch of questions submitted on all things NFL, and Jimbo will be monitoring the questions in the chat. So start firing them through, and we will get to them as the night unfolds. We do have to mention, episodes brought to you by Wayne Phillips Kia, boys, because for South Australian viewers and listeners, there is a big prize on offer. Wayne Phillips Kia have given one lucky listener/viewer their choice of Kia for a whole weekend, one night's accommodation, plus a 3-course dinner for 2 at Serafino Wines in McLaren Vale, which is a classy establishment, Dos.
It is, and Kia, great EV range too for those that if you
Really keen on the EVs, isn't he?
Well, petrol prices are...
well, if you, we just spoke about petrol on the way up
Oh,
here.
yeah.
But yes, great people. Serafino, lovely spot.
Yes.
Lovely spot. Great wine. Food is top notch.
So they've given basically a car and a romantic weekend for a listener who's in South Australia. So if you're a South Australian and you want to be involved in that, send us a DM, like this video. And for everybody else, please make sure you like this as well, because this really helps. All right, let's get stuck right into it, boys. We've had some questions that have come in before the show. We sent out a few stories, Dos, and a lot of people jumped in. Let's start. Where should we start? There's a few good ones in here.
Easy one.
An easy one?
An
Easy one.
All right, let's start.
Minimal research required.
Let's start with a softball. Well, considering we are talking about our 300th episode, Lethan Manzi asked, what was the biggest challenge we had to overcome when we started the podcast? April 2022. Probably soundproofing, because we were in my rental kitchen.
It was probably a room to have the podcast, because we were in your rental kitchen and then to Mum's. Oh, did we do it at my house?
No.
We did a special episode there on the surfboard table.
Yeah. One episode on the surfboard
That was when
table.
Enrique Iglesias showed up. Remember?
That was a dinner party.
That was the dinner
episode.
party.
Dinner
with
party,
Enrique.
yeah, that's right.
And then we went to the upstairs. The biggest hurdle for Dos was his chair when he broke it, remember?
That's right.
And he ended up being a stool.
Yeah, you leaned back on a chair, broke the back off of it, and then immediately switched it with Dos, and he had to sit on that in that sweltering room at your mum's place.
Mum's room house probably wasn't great for the podcast because we had dogs barking, lawnmowers. The aircon was it worked, but it was warm with three.
It was cozy.
Boys in there.
Yeah, and I always seemed to be sick whenever we went there. That was a rough patch for the pod. Now we're in a much better facility.
Now we're out here.
Musclecat
How
Studios.
long have we been here for?
Year and a half.
Year and a half, 18
Yeah,
months?
I reckon July last year we started coming here. What about an NFL question? Mastodon Rocks 777 said, "Who is your favorite player and least favorite player from a team that you don't support?" Dos, why don't you start? You're a Packers man. You can't say the Packers.
Yeah.
Who's your little favorite outside of them?
I mean, I've been a big Terry McLaurin fan for a long time.
No joke. I walked past his computer and he had his profile up before.
What, just before? Why?
I think it's his desktop screensaver.
It's one of my bookmarked pages.
It's like AFL coaches have like the premiership on
Cup,
their desktop
yeah,
because
yeah.
like that's my goal. He's got Terry
Shirtless.
shirtless.
Terry, not shirtless. Can I rattle off three more?
Yeah, go for it. Who else do you love?
Devontae Adams.
Great point because he doesn't play for Green Bay.
Devontae
true.
Adams. Justin Herbert. I'm a big Justin Herbert fan.
Oh, yeah? Is he a Justin Herbert fan?
Yeah.
I hadn't realised.
And Josh Allen. So they'd be I got a lot of favourite players. I mean, those four current, and then my least favourite, Deshaun Watson.
I knew Deshaun would get a
Hold
run.
on, why is the next guy one of your least favorites?
Keyshawn Nixon tested my patience a bit last
That
season.
is so random.
Well, it's
Tested my patience
Because he made lots of errors for the Packers. Where
Yes.
is Nixon now?
They still there?
Oh, well, he doesn't count. You can't say from your
Oh, I
own team.
can't.
No,
Oh,
no.
well,
Scrub
then
him
it's
from
still.
the-
Okay. Well, I put him in as sort of like a additional at the end, but Deshaun Watson has been my least favourite player to watch at the moment.
Holy.
Well, you can't watch him.
No,
You should watch his
but-
highlights. Oh, mate, Robinson, my boy, BR.
Oh, yeah.
He's my favourite.
Bijan, not Brian.
Yes, not Brian.
Bijan. Oh, God, that's going to confuse me this year
Yeah.
in fantasy. I'm going to be cheering, and
Now
there's going to be B.
together.
Robinson touchdown, 64 yards.
We had
I mean, it's unlike.
Ibrahim in the chat saying if you don't say Mailata or Dixon, you're not Australian anymore.
That's fair. Well,
Well,
they're
true.
given that we support them.
Yeah, that's right.
So they could do anything wrong and we're still going to support them because they're Australians.
Is that Ibs? Was that Ibs,
Yeah.
our boy?
Yep. Ibs.
Well,
Least favourite.
yeah, least
though.
favourite. Who's your least
I
favourite?
found this hard. Like, 'cause there's not a lot of players.
Well, Jimbo will pull up
Jared's
something in
right.
a second. There was actually analytics and surveys done on who the consensus most loved and most hated players are in the
I
NFL.
mean, Travis Kelce and Patty Mahomes annoy me. Mainly-
Jalen Hurts
not-
will be one of the least favourites.
It's not their
I-
fault.
Hurts.
I actually
I
really
hate
like
Hurts.
Hurts.
I don't.
I
There's
like
something
it.
about him I don't like.
I don't know what do you like
It's
about him?
intangible. I wrote down his name. I felt harsh, and then I couldn't take it off because it's just I don't like watching him play. I don't.
I mean-
there's something I don't like about Jalen.
I like it.
He had a down year last year. Certainly throwing the ball
Yeah.
was not good.
Ashton would be my other favourite.
Oh yeah.
And probably Trey McBride.
Yeah. You've
I really
always
like
had a
Trey.
thing for Trey.
I could probably rattle off 50 or 60 players, to be fair, if
Jay-
I wanted to sit here.
JSN's my boy. I liked him coming out of college, and then there were the injury concerns, and I
And then all of a sudden, he's the best wide receiver in the league, and you're like, oh, I like him.
yeah. Well, we're saying who we
Makes
like.
sense. Goes to
Sam
Case-
Darnold's one
jumps
of
on
yours.
KC.
Sam Darnold is the other one. Yeah. And Jared Goff. They're the two guys that
Yeah,
I've
you-
always loved.
I think we all like Baker. We established that very early.
He was
in
the first
podcast.
hero of
there
the
you
show.
go.
He
I think
was.
Cohen's in the chat saying,
Cohen.
how's Baker Mayfield not getting a mention?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
cool.
point because we have loved on Baker a lot.
lot.
Yeah.
He basically dictated the mood of every episode
We
there
had
for a while.
the Baker little
The bobblehead.
bobblehead.
Then your dog chewed it.
Is that where it went?
Yeah.
Maybe
I think it's in the kennel.
Got a lot of hate for Patrick Mahomes in the chat.
I bet there is. Yeah. Well, I can't say that because I'm a Chiefs fan.
Oh,
so-
yeah, you got yourself out of that
But
one.
I did make a note that if I wasn't a Chiefs fan, I would hate Kelsey. And I don't
Yeah.
even really like him as a dude. I like his production for the Chiefs, but he annoys the hell out of me.
3-year contract extension yesterday.
I imagine there's not a lot of guaranteed money.
It's more of a
Mastodon
1 year.
Rock saying he has a crush on George Kittle. Pretty big for a Seahawks fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that
well,
is
that-
big. Yeah, same division.
I think, do we all like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin?
Yes.
I just feel like they don't have haters anywhere.
Ah.
They're just guys that you're like,
Oh,
yeah, just-
Saints fans, I don't think like Mike Evans a whole lot.
We got Thomas Dono in the chat saying, what do you think of Lamar Jackson?
Good question.
I like
I have nothing
Lamar.
against Lamar, but he's always one of the ones that is in the potentially overrated debate when it matters. You know, like when it comes to the crunch, what has Lamar done? Which is always a little asterisk next to him.
It's
Yeah.
playoffs.
It is.
But
I've
you don't
nothing
have to
against
dis-
it.
I got-
you don't
I-
dislike him. For
I
that,
don't.
though.
No. I love that his mum's his agent. I reckon that's awesome.
I think
Yeah.
people are quite harsh on Lamar Jackson for his playoff performances. And there's been circumstances where he hasn't played well, but then also you look at a Mark Andrews drop catch, which
Yeah, exactly.
hurts. That wasn't on him. He threw it perfectly fine.
Well, that's true.
The game against Tennessee, the one, I think it was the 2019 game where the Titans beat them at home, that was a tough loss.
Pretty good.
And Lamar really
Wait,
hasn't.
2019.
Yeah.
Good
But that's people hate
memory.
that on him. Like, that's what,
They remember it.
yeah. So the people remember you for your playoff performances, unfortunately, and ring culture.
That's right. Ring culture.
Well, it is.
We are probably forgetting one player that we all love. That's
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins. One of the greatest running backs.
Yeah, to ever
the-
grace a field. Yeah, he's okay.
of
He's
the-
okay. Let's move on. Hawaii 3-4 says, do you think Joey Bosa will join Nick at the Niners? It seems all the reports are saying yes.
I think he will.
Does. Yeah.
And I kind of don't mind the fit
Yeah.
as
That'd be
well.
pretty- that'd be cool, hey.
He was pretty good for Buffalo last year, considering his how his sort of career was heading. Started 15 games, 5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles. I mean, the 49ers alone last year only had 20 sacks total. They're the worst in the league. Now, Nick Bosa and Michael Williams doing ACLs contributes a bit to that. But their pass rush is still a bit thin. They brought in a Diggy Zua, your boy, to go in the middle, who is handy on the pass rush. But I don't mind the fit of Joey Bosa there, and I think they'll look to probably take an edge with pick 27 as well. But I could see them.
So you still think he's got
using
something?
Joey Bosa to the fore. I think so.
Okay.
I reckon he'd thrive well there.
Jimbo, let's throw it open to the chat, and we'll get those rankings up of hated and loved in a sec. I forgot to go
yeah, I
that,
wanna
but
see
yeah,
that.
what have we got in the chat? What are the questions or the comments?
We got F1 Obi saying, what's the consensus on the Reed Blankenship trade?
Oh, Doss, you're all over the Reed Blankenship trade. You're a big Reed Blankenship fan.
Oh, it wasn't a trade. It was just
a signing.
It was just a signing. I love it, Obi. I was big fan of that. I just think going into for what they got him for, was it 3 years, 24 mil? It was about eight and a half mil a season or something, fellas.
Yep.
Going into that secondary, you're getting
3 years, 24 million. Gee, he's good.
Yeah, you're
Gee,
getting
he's good at the Texans.
I don't even know where he went.
You're getting
It's
golly.
live.
We-
Keep forgetting it's live.
You're getting a starting level Super Bowl safety.
I just snorted live.
I know. And you don't even do that when we're normally recording.
He's just so excited.
But you add him into that defense with Derek Stingley, Kamari Lassiter, Bullock, Petrie. Like, man, oh man, that's going to be one tough secondary. It was already a tough defense to score on. They were locked down last year. This year is going to be crazy good, and he's just that roll down in the box safety that's just going to give you quality reps.
So with the offensive side of the ball causing some problems with the CJ Stroud stuff, the Texans, do we think that the defense is good enough year 2 to carry them towards a Super Bowl charge? Like if CJ just becomes an average QB again and gets back to a decent level, they got to be in the mix, right?
I think
As long as it's not disastrous like it was at some points this year.
Yeah, they've just battled with injuries on the offensive side of the ball, haven't they? They haven't had that run. Mixon not playing at all last year hurt. David Montgomery coming in now to go with Woody Marks. I think that's a nice little combination there. So they'll get a bit more production through the run game, which has struggled for the best part of a year and a half.
The
to be
Damian
fair.
Pierce fall off will forever
Yeah, that's a
bamboozle me.
big
It
one.
is one of the strangest. His first year was so good.
Yeah.
Can't explain it. Jimbo, what else we got?
I forgot I had got to circle back. We've got the real DJT in the chat.
Oh, Donald Trump, the
Yeah.
45th and 47th president of the
That's
United
it. I forgot to
States.
circle back. He
What's
said,
Don want?
looking forward to coming down under for the NFL Australia game. It's a great country. Have a lot of friends there.
A lot of friends.
I can't wait to meet Harley. He seems like an interesting guy.
It's actually not bad there, Jimbo. Yeah, very good. Did you practice that?
I didn't.
No, you didn't. Wow.
So the real
the cuff.
DJT, he has been on the Monday night Kirk Can't Talk live stream a fair
Right.
bit. And we were talking politics on Monday, Jim, weren't we? We were talking
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un's election and Donald Trump was nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be found.
We couldn't, he wasn't in the chat and now he comes back for the live tonight.
Oh,
so
good
that's
on him.
great. Welcome, Don.
We got Better Fitzsimmons in the chat saying, what's your favorite draft prospect that you think is being undervalued in the mock drafts currently?
Oh, this would have been a good prep question, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm really intrigued by Ty Simpson, Doss.
Okay. Yep.
I don't know how to evaluate his season. So QB, generally seen as the second best quarterback in the draft, right? That's fair to say.
He is, yes.
So ahead of guys like Nussmeier, but obviously not Mendoza.
Yeah.
The knock on him is the lack of college play. He's
Starts.
only really had one season as a starter.
Yep.
And fell off, you could say fell off in towards the end of the year.
Playoffs were no good, and then the back end of the season was no good because if you go through, he was probably right up there with Mendoza after probably the first sort of 2 months of the college season.
Correct. But I do think there are some tools there that are very unique, right? And it's easy to get seduced by a quarterback who is toolsy and can run and can move. But I think there is a special X factor about him. Whether he starts at a team straight away, I'm not sure. But I think that second half of the year will drop him down a little lower than maybe he's worth. So if he goes, where do you think he goes? Mid-second, back end of
Well,
the
the
second?
thing is, there aren't really any other, like you said, there aren't really any other QBs available.
Because he could go first round. He could go back end of the
Mendoza
second.
goes, for, obviously, well, we expect him to go 1. And then after that, there isn't really anything until, maybe the second or third round.
yeah.
So,
I think he'll be I think he'll be Arizona early second round. They may jump up into the first round and do what the Giants did. Back end of like what the Giants did last year for Jackson Dart, I mean.
well, how many teams are looking for a quarterback at the moment? In the draft, that is.
Not as many as normal.
I don't think there are. I think
No.
there are probably only a couple.
Yeah, the question mark, what you'll see with this draft, and we'll talk about it a bit more, a lot of teams have opted out of the first round of this draft, and a lot of teams are focused on 2027 draft
Yeah.
because of the strong quarterback prospects in that draft. Okay.
Well, that's what we thought last year coming to this draft, remember? I remember talking about it. And then
well,
we were. And then come college, a lot of the guys didn't quite come on. So a lot of them have decided to stay in college. Some of the guys we thought would be good weren't. So I remember talking about it a couple of times thinking this year's draft, because I was looking at fantasy football when I should take a quarterback. And this year I thought might be a decent year for it, but it seems to have dropped off a lot towards the back half of the season.
Next year, you're looking at a scenario which we had a couple of years ago where you've probably got projected 5 in the top 10 quarterbacks.
Yes.
So
Who's your guy?
You got teams, like teams like the Jets and others that are stockpiling for that draft. Miami. There's a couple of good ones here for me. The one I do like though, and I spoke about him. When did I speak about him? Was it last episode or the one before that? Can't remember. Sorry, fellas.
That's all right. We don't mind. We just want to know the name of the player you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, Gabe Yakis
Oh, yeah, you do
Gabe.
out of
Some
Illinois.
calling him Akis. I don't understand how
Gabe
to pronounce
Akis.
it.
Yes. It is spelt
Tell-
Jacas.
Tell us about him, Dos.
But he's a 6'4", 260-pound beast. Got the long arms. Sure. I'm not, people keep pumping up the short arms, long arms. It does, just look at the tape. If the tape's there and they got production, they can play.
Well, it's Ruben Bain's the T-Rex, right?
Ruben Bain as the
And
alleged
remember I
T-Rex
figured
arm.
out that his arms are only 1 inch longer than mine and I'm 174 centimeters. So that may actually be a problem.
Or maybe you have long arms.
Yeah.
Did you think of that?
Nope. I had another joke there, but remembered we're live, so keep going.
He's he's going to be a day 2 guy. He's not going to be a day 1. So from that perspective, if you want to look at under the radar, but I will be banging down the door for my Packers to see if they can get him in the second round.
Can we get Gabe Akis's picture up on the screen? I want to see how big this dude looks. because Doss has been ranting and raving for a while. It's Jacas, isn't it? Gabe Acus.
Jacas, correct.
Yes,
Out
let's
of
have a look.
Illinois.
Where is he? Here we go. Oh yeah, click on the boy. Let's see what we got.
Couple shirtless.
For those,
he's a solid.
For those listening,
Yes, we are currently googling Acus, the wonders of internet. Okay, yeah, looks beastie. That's a Cleveland Brownsy looking uniform. That might be it's always a concern when you see someone in Brownsy looking gear, isn't it? It's never a good omen for the future. What else have we got in the chat there, Jimbo?
So we had, where are we? Thomas Dono, bit of a random question, but what do you boys think about Nick Chubb's career-ending injury?
Disappointing.
Yeah.
You feel bad about how it ended.
You know, he would have probably been our number one guy that we loved from teams we don't support. We were big on Chubb.
Actually, that's a good one.
Yeah, but it was a shame how that ended.
He was probably 3-4 years away from being like, I'm not going to say one of the all-time greats, but he was going to be one of those guys that Nick Chubb. He was one of the best.
Just consistent producer.
Yeah, just consistent.
We were all watching that game live, right? When that
I remember
happened.
that. That was that against the Steelers on like a Sunday night
Yes,
game?
I think it was.
Sunday night or Monday
That
night?
was a horrific injury to watch. And amazing that he came back from that. But never quite the same, was he?
We had GJ 1304. What about the real news, lads? Zach Wilson to the Saints.
They've completed.
So that's Jack Grant.
I just read an article saying they've completed their QB room with. Here he is, boys.
Hey, Jack! I bought that for $200. You can have it for $300 if you want it.
If it's Zoom,
Can
we
you
get
get
focus.
the
pass it
focus
in,
on it? You're just doing that.
Don't throw it.
Is it? Oh, what's the grade on it?
No, you
CD?
can't really see it. Grade, it is not graded, but
it's
it
not
is signed and it's number 1 of 25. I spent $200 on this, the worst $200 I've ever spent. But Jack Grant, loyal listener, make me an offer.
James could bring up 130 point to see if what that card is currently still worth.
I don't think Kurt wants to know.
How do you do that, Dos? Let's do that. I can do that live.
130point.com.
130 points. So this is a card valuation website. Jimbo actually can. Yeah. Do you want to bring it up?
What am I looking at? What's the card name?
Just type in Zach Wilson auto.
He's an NFL player.
/ 25. What is it?
What first impressions? It's called.
Yeah. There you go.
Panini first impressions.
So I've got Hawley.
What do you reckon? What's your guess? What's your guess? I paid $200 for it. What's it worth? Aussie?
Over under? I reckon it's probably
$38.
Put your guesses in the chat too. I want to hear guesses in the chat.
Closest wins it.
Yep.
I reckon.
No, that's not true.
I reckon it'd be 100 US.
100 US. That's almost what he bought it for.
Yeah.
Okay, well, take that. What you think? $38 Australian?
Oh, maybe.
Is it US valuation? Is it?
These will be US dollars when James brings it up.
Any luck over there, Jimbo?
I might have been unders.
Yeah, there's some wild variation.
Bring it up. What have we got?
We want to make sure it's the same card.
Yeah.
400 US.
Whoa.
There you go.
Or was that 40 US?
That's
And then you got
38. Hey, I said
$286.
$38.
So this is number 1 of 25. So this is the best of all of those, Dos.
Yeah, so that one's out of 99. That 200. So what's that one out of 44?
That one's 11 of 50 and it's 40 US.
Yep. So 1 of 25 is probably worth what? $500.
No, I reckon you'd be able to sell it for easy 100 US.
Oh, right. Boys. There we go. Do we have any guesses in the chat there, Jim? Was anyone?
We had Thomas Dono saying 75, Bronx Bombers saying 122.50.
Okay.
It's like prices are right. We had Bengals fans down under 50.
Okay. All right. Well, you're all wrong, fellas.
Ibs will give you $3 for it and a tank of petrol. So that's quite a good
actually,
value.
I'd probably trade that in.
In a Kia Tasman size tank of petrol because that'd be good.
JG said, mate, I'll do 400, make it 500.
I don't know if he's serious or not. He's a fanatic Saints fan. I must mention Jack today, actually. He has been jumping on my TikTok lives on Kurt Can't Talk. He is everywhere for Musclecat Media. He's watching Kurt Can't Talk on Mondays. He's watching this live. He's always commenting on the Outback QB podcast, and he's just everywhere.
Almost
so thank
one of the OGs, really.
Yeah,
Jackie Grant
Doesn't have much else to do. Obviously.
You know what, Jack?
He's a busy man.
Yeah.
Jack, this is yours. I will send this to you as a gift and a thank you for always watching.
Jeez,
Wow.
That's yours.
doing gifts.
I turn up every week.
Yeah. But I've paid you more than the worth of that card.
I don't want that card.
I've paid you more than the worth of that card over the journey.
Then.
Now, Jack has been a very loyal fan. He was one of the first callers on the live show as well. So
one of
all yours. Yeah, again, you're a Muscle Cat Media
Who was the
contractor. Who was the first, Jimbo?
It was me.
The first one.
I know it was you.
Oh,
Oh,
all right. Only because you asked me to call. No
All right, I did. That's true. Let's get back to it. What's the next question?
All right, I'll skip down to the reason part of the chat. So feel free to throw your chat back in question-wise if we've skipped past it. But we had Skip 2301.
Ask who?
ASKIP.
Oh, yeah.
A-Skip.
Oh, Skip.
Oh, Skip.
Oh, yeah, Skirianos.
A Skip.
will be a Hawks
Thoughts on the
question.
JSN extension?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's...
I think it's
It was deserved and it was always coming, wasn't it?
And he was always going to be the highest paid wide receiver when
After
you
the year
extend
he had,
JSN,
yeah.
right?
He had a good year at the right time, didn't he?
Yeah, but he
He was on the
always
right track.
deserved that.
JG said, love a smoko TikTok live, Lemao.
Yeah,
You're
he
his
does.
smoko.
He does.
that JSN contract is going to age very nicely because Puka Nakua will be the next one that gets his extension.
Yep.
And then where the Seahawks salary cap is currently, very little dead money. They got a lot of cap space. Absolutely made sense to get this extension done now. I think it's once again, John Schneider's smart move. Devin Witherspoon will be the next one that gets extended. I would anticipate that in the next couple of weeks.
Top 5 CB money?
Yes, he will.
Top 2?
I think it might even be highest.
So this is why they had to get rid of Kenny Walker, right? Because they knew they had to extend JSN. They knew they had to extend Witherspoon.
There's some
Kenny
extensions.
wasn't going to be that expensive, though.
I don't think
know,
they
but it's trimming the fat,
necessarily
though.
needed to.
You don't think so?
I think they could have kept him if they really wanted to.
Okay. Probably fair.
But
What did he sign? He signed for up to 45 mil.
it's about 15
20
mil a season, isn't it?
28 and fully guaranteed. I mean, I suppose, like you said, if you can top up your 2 stars and keep him on long-term deals and it means you get rid of him, maybe you look at it and you do it.
All right, I'm going to rattle through some of the pre-questions, then we'll get back to the chat. Cam Young says, will Vic come and play Queensland in Queensland? Dos, is that a Gridiron Australia issue I don't know about?
It will be. Will Victoria come and play Queensland? Okay, yeah. So Queensland, very strong. They smacked ACT in Queensland and they went to Sydney on the weekend and they beat New South Wales fairly comfortably. There's a couple of touchdowns in it, 3 touchdowns, I think. But Victoria smacked ACT 83-0. So now Queensland want the Vics to come up and play them up in
It's not good for
Brisbane.
anyone. Okay.
So
Why
that
don't
week, that
why don't
matchup
Queensland
should
go and
happen.
play Vic and Vic?
Well, they could do that.
Sounds
Yeah.
scared, if anything.
Darcy Williams, loyal listener, Darcy, Panthers man. Do they go a tight end at pick 19, boys? What do they need to? How do they best support BY9? He says as the team's growth will mirror
I would
his.
always support a young quarterback with a good offensive lineman.
I thought you were going to say I always support a tight end.
Good
live,
one.
Jimbo.
All he does.
Good on you, Jimbo. But I don't think you can go wrong with a tight end either.
So that's Kenyon Sadiq is really
Yeah,
pick
that's
19.
it. Yeah.
So that's where you're
Can
gonna
you see
get
them
there.
taking Sadiq there?
I
I think they go
do
O-line.
have more holes than a tight end, I think.
yeah.
Move on.
These things
What
never
was that?
happen.
Sorry, what was that, Stu?
Move on.
Okay, thank you.
These things never happened before James was here. By the
No,
way,
they didn't. He's a naughty boy. He's a naughty boy. Let's just say tight end at 19
Yeah.
and move on from that question.
Or offensive line, you'd be happy with either.
Yep.
I actually think they might go look at a wide receiver. Omar Cooper Jr. I did have them in my mock draft, and in the pre-free agency mock, I had them taking Cassius Howe, edge defensive line, but then they've kind of addressed that with Jalen Phillips and then Devin Lloyd. So
It's like the Cincinnati model. Take 2 good wide receivers, no offensive line, and your quarterback dies every It just gets killed
Can't
and
see how that
you don't win any playoff
Doesn't
games.
work? Yeah.
So Rashid Walker, they obviously signed, which Hawley mentioned last week. So they've
He did randomly, yeah.
which was a nice signing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got
Yeah.
got plenty to get through here. Jimbo Quag says, "Do you like Brian
we go.
Taylor's commentary? There's maybe a certain commentary clip from the weekend?" Quag is asking about a commentary clip that you put on the soundboard, Jimbo.
Yes.
Curtis DeBoy, you are as strong as an ox.
Thank you very much, PT.
There he is.
Yes, Quag, I do like that commentary. Someone else, the Kerminator Level Up, asked me how many weeks I've been suspended.
You've been gymming it pretty hard lately.
Well, it's starting to pay off.
Is that for that kind of moment?
Starting to pay off. I think it was a lucky glance. If anyone doesn't know, you can ask Quag in the comments what happened on the weekend. Adam Aberley, loyal fan,
Yeah,
another one.
my boy, Adam.
Your boy, yeah. He wants to know our favourite movie starring a dog.
I didn't see this one on the ones you sent through. I was like, which episode was that we just went on this big?
That was like our second
Early.
episode. I think it was our second
early
one.
when we
That was about the time that I said we don't need Instagram because people will just find the show.
Yeah, that's
Learned a
right.
lot.
I want it to grow naturally.
That's right. I've got a couple. I've got a couple of answers there, Adam. It's a great question. Air Bud would be right up there, except when we were on holiday, after school hours care or whatever, and we went on an excursion. The bus broke down going up McIntyre Road, and we were late to the cinemas. We missed the first 50 minutes of Air Bud. 50.
But and you still watched it.
By the time we walked into the cinemas, Air Bud was already slam dunking in the championship game.
That's pretty quick.
Well, it's like a 73-minute movie.
Yeah.
Kids, come on. But I'd have to say Little Rascals with Petey the dog. That's probably my favorite movie with the dog
Petey.
in it. Petey the dog. Little Rascals is a classic, man.
Yeah.
And now my kids are getting to the
I
age
used
where
to
they
love
can
it
enjoy
because of the soapbox races.
Oh
Like,
yeah. And the
Go up against the rich kids.
Big
Was it?
spikes off his wheels.
Butch and Moyne, was that what their names were, with the spikes in the wheel?
That's right.
That's
and
right.
that we talked about Little Rascals this week with the marathon that had the.
Oh
there
my
we
God,
go. It's
James
right on
is
it.
getting it up.
Remember the
black and
marathon
white
Jimbo
photo?
that got redirected with they were sent the wrong way.
Yeah.
And we said, oh, it's like Little Rascals.
like Little Rascals.
I saw that. Yeah.
What about you, Paulie?
I didn't actually prepare for that question.
Dos, are there any dog movies outside of those where the dog doesn't die? Turner and Hooch, dog dies. Marley and Me, dog dies.
Yeah.
It's a trope. Stop killing dogs for.
101 Dalmatians growing up was a...
Did they die?
No.
Oh, right.
Disney movie. No one. Nah.
Cruella de Vil.
Yes.
Is that yours? Are you on 101 Dalmatians?
Sure.
Okay.
There is a movie.
How many...
Unless it's NFL analytics, Dos.
There is
How
a
many-
dog movie with Will Smith.
Oh, that's,
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. I
Dog
really like
dies?
that movie. I
Does the
think the
dog
dog dies, doesn't he?
Yeah, might do.
In which one?
I Am Legend?
Legend?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
See?
I really like that movie.
Petey, Last
Maybe
Man
that's-
Standing.
Adam, that might be my favorite.
I
dog
picked one
movie.
where the dog stay alive, and you'll chop me up for it.
What,
I didn't chop you up.
And we got
No,
Bronx,
that's fair, you
Bronx
did.
Bombers saying Bolto. That's classic.
what's Bolto?
You don't know Bolto?
Balto.
No?
I've never
I know
heard of that.
Bolt, the animated DreamWorks.
Bolto, yeah. No, it was a classic in that era. I don't know. I assume it was Disney.
Oh, with an A.
No, not with an A.
Yeah, Balto.
Bolto.
Bolto.
It's not with an A.
What do we got?
B-A-L-T-O.
Oh, I've seen that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the O at the end. I'm like, that's Bolter.
What would...
We're not talking Noah Bolto. We're talking Bolto
But yeah,
the
no,
dog.
that's Bolto. It's classic.
Cisco asks, what would you give up to own an NFL team? The craziest answer only, please.
Curtis.
Just give me up, generally.
Would you give up a body part?
No.
You wouldn't
Well,
cut
what-
off
hang
like
on.
a pinky finger to own an NFL team?
Or like a nub. I'd cut off a nub of
Like
a
the whole
pinky.
thing?
Wait, can I get it surgically removed or do I have to like gnaw it off with a blunt sailor's knife?
Take it out the back here and haul it.
Garden shit.
I think it'd be easier. Like, bowl of vodka, bang, gone.
Like
and then
Aaron
go-
Ralston in that 127 Hours movie, the hiker who got stuck and had to hack
I
off
would
his
give
arm.
up a body part. Probably not a mate, like I'd need a walk still, so I want my feet. I'd give up a finger.
For the Dolphins? For the Cardinals?
Yeah.
the
I
Jets?
know what you'd give for the Pats.
No, I'd want that. Come in handy.
Dos,
outside
of me, what would you give up? Would you give up the
Hmm.
podcast, Dos? That's your Sophie's choice.
Yeah, I'd give up the podcast.
Yeah,
Well,
fair
you'd
enough.
have to.
That's fair enough. Yeah, there'd be a conflict of interest.
It would be.
It's like Brady and Fox.
Then you could have me on as a guest.
I'd give up my left pinky finger.
Okay. All right. Don't mind that.
Actually, no, right, because that one's already doesn't bend. Sorry, it's already stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, war
It'd be
wounds.
the right one. Yeah.
Ibs wants to know, and we'll get back to the chat in just 1 second, but very quickly, what's the key to grow the sport in Australia, in particular participation in the actual game?
Well, you're good at this because you've looked after. Well, not good at this. You've looked after leagues here in
I have,
Australia.
yes, national sporting bodies.
And-
Yeah.
live sport, obviously. Like the NFL coming here is
Yeah,
huge.
huge.
It's going in. So many young kids wouldn't know what it is, have never been, and their dads would love it. So let's go, we're going.
Well, that's why there's this whole push for flag football. I teed off on flag football the other day because I don't think it should be in the Olympics. I don't think a marketing exercise for the NFL should earn an Olympic spot. I think it's very cynical.
Well, it'll only be in this Olympic. It'll only be in the LA one.
Exactly. Which
Oh,
makes it
really?
even worse. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, AFL was in the Olympics years and years ago. Like it was a
Was it?
Oh, it was an
Really?
exhibition,
exhibition
game.
game.
That was
Yeah, I suppose
Melbourne
it wasn't for a
56.
medal, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
okay.
backflip that fast on adding stuff to the Olympics, though?
Yeah, because every home country you get a choice of a sport or something to put in, don't
Yeah.
you?
Oh, so
Yeah,
that's
you
why
do.
it's getting in because it's homed in America.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jimbo, I bet you can't wait for the Indian Olympics. New
Yes,
Delhi.
Kabaddi's
that
in the
one.
Olympics.
Kabaddi.
Yeah.
He
Is
loves
that
that
what it's
sport.
called?
All right, what else is going on in the
That
chat,
would
Jim?
be a sport you would play, Jimbo. Of all
That'd be
sports,
dope.
that'd be the
I
one
would
that
do
you'd
it.
play.
I'm going to find a local league.
You'd get your hairy rig out and start oiling up and start slapping.
Wait, that's not Kabaddi, is it?
What's
What are you
Kabaddi? What's
talking
the,
about?
you know the one where
That,
it's
that
like...
is a version of Kabaddi. It's not the.
Thank you.
It's not the pro version. It's the.
Okay.
It's the local league.
Remember to show yourself on screen, Jimbo. You got your little,
That's it. I got my fancy mug.
your little Looney Tunes, Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny. At the end of the episode, I want that to narrow as he squeezes out of frame. What's going on in the
Nice.
chat?
We had, I think F1 Obi asking a couple times, what do you think of Tua and his new team?
Yeah, what do we think of Tua?
It's better than Juana.
Look, I don't.
I didn't hear that. Sounded
Oh,
like
it
it was.
better than one.
Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. Joke of the week coming up soon.
Pretty
Yeah.
bad.
I don't mind
Atlanta
the
Falcons.
fit there. I mean,
He's a chance.
it's a chance to start.
I mean,
Yeah.
where else was he going to go where he was effectively going to start and actually have something to throw to?
Do you like or hate that it's a QB room only made up of left-handed
Lefties?
quarterbacks?
No, I really like it.
Yeah?
Well, I think it's
Is that
easier.
easier for?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Because in terms of your blockers,
Otherwise, it's like Langer, Hayden.
well, in
Bob.
terms of your offensive line, right? Because you got your blind side. If you're swapping between lefty and righty, it would throw them off a little bit, and even just the connection between wide receivers, tight ends, and or even your running back handing it off. Like the lefty, they're going to be used to handing it off one way. I think it makes sense.
What did he get contract-wise? Was he like
I think
league
it's just
minimum?
is it just a year?
It's just the
Miami
just
are
the
paying for
minimum,
the
and Miami
contracts.
have got the remaining.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
it's 65 million this year and 34 next year.
That's
for
what I was saying. They're
Miami.
paying essentially like 80 million this year for Malik Willis
Yeah,
because they've got everything on their books. But yeah, no, I think he probably starts.
it's a free hit for Atlanta.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Penix coming off the ACL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing
Yeah.
that we haven't spoken about for a while, it's kind of gone quiet, is the Tua concussion stuff. Remember he seemed on the verge of retirement after he had 4 in like 12 weeks?
Was he last year? He was okay with that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It sort of
Yeah.
died down. But this is a thing that is always at the back.
It could just
It
pop up.
could pop up at any
So
point.
what Mike McDaniel was able to do was essentially build that offense around Tua's skill set. It was based on
Yeah, little
quick
short throws.
short throws, quick release of the ball to protect Tua. Now, let's see what Kevin Stefanski does with Tua in Atlanta. It will be interesting because it's
No winding up deep for Drake.
yeah.
But he's got weapons again, and I know you say that they created an offense for Tua, but when he did have weapons,
design the play calling and design the schematic.
when they
around
had
its abilities.
Tyreek, Waddle, and that running back room, which was pretty electric, like their offense was awesome, and he's kind of got that again. I mean, they're different types of players, like obviously Robinson and Drake London, Kyle Pitts. He's got weapons again, so there's no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be.
I think Tua would be happy going.
Yeah, I'd
Good
be
O-line.
pumped if I was Tua at the moment.
Atlanta have had a pretty reasonable O line for quite a number of years now. There's a lot of veterans there. So I think he'll be okay if he starts. It'll just be interesting to see what the play calling looks like.
Put it this way: if he starts, he's in a better position now than he would have been with Miami. Like last year, he's in a better position now than he was last year with Miami.
That's fair.
If he starts,
I
with
agree with
Atlanta.
that.
Like it. Jimbo, what else?
We had Nugget in the chat saying,
Nug.
Jimbo, what percentage of shirts in your closets are black? I don't think I've seen you in another color.
Bring yourself up again, Jim. I like dissecting your appearance live on YouTube.
I think it's a safe 80%, maybe
Mate,
more.
it's more than
85?
I was
that.
going to say.
Do you guys iron t-shirts?
No.
Or you just hang them up?
Yes, if they're
Occasionally.
brutal.
Yeah. If they're an absolute shocker. Or I just wear a hoodie.
Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, you just hang them up and let them like naturally just.
Correct.
Yeah.
That or you can fold them and like really almost press them,
Yeah,
like give them a
fair.
smidge.
You know, occasionally, if I'm in a real rush,
You just
when I
tense.
jump in, just tense and they burst. Jump in the shower, hang it over the shower so it's not getting
Oh,
wet, but the steam,
steam.
yeah, self
Never
irons.
thought of that.
Genius.
Hans did back me up. He said Nugget, he had a grey one on Monday night, but you
Yeah.
literally couldn't see him except for his face because of the grey screen.
Yeah,
That's true.
He blended into the curtains just to float again. Yeah, that's the most adventurous shirt that he has, a grey one. Yep. Just relies on his facial structure
We
alone.
got the petrol commissioner has asked,
Mark Webber over here.
has Kurt thought about contingencies for the podcast? Won't be long before Dawson Holly won't be permitted to make the long drive out to the studio.
The petrol commissioner. Is
Petrol
that's not the same guy as the real DJT from earlier, is
I
it?
have my theories, yeah.
He's a great contributor. That might also be Pat from Bainham. Who knows? Who knows? All right, keep the questions rolling through. We've got a couple more that were submitted. If you guys were the Dolphins GM, what is your strategy for building a contending team from here? It's a long way back,
I'm
boys.
going
It
to
is
tell you
a,
my full strategy.
yeah.
Upgrade the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
If I was an NFL GM starting from scratch,
This is for the Dolphins in
Yeah.
particular. Yep.
so but we're kind of starting from
Sure.
scratch, aren't we?
Yep.
I'd go hard offensive line.
Mhm.
Then I'd go wide receivers. Then I'd go quarterback. Then I'd go running back.
No defense.
4 years. Oh, we're not here to stop scoring. We want to score.
We want to win 70-20.
That's how
Yeah.
I go. I go my first year, I go offensive line.
Yep.
Then I go wide receivers. Then I go quarterback. Then I go running back.
Well, I'm looking at the offensive line, and it's pretty grim reading.
Yeah, you want to go through it?
Doss,
You know.
Aaron Brewer in center. The guards.
Brewer's all right.
Yeah, no, I know. Savaianea,
Yeah.
Jamari Salia,
Come on, mate, get the name right.
Austin Jackson, Patrick Paul. I mean, it doesn't.
Patrick Paul's okay.
It's okay, but there's some holes there.
Yeah.
Wide receivers is where it really gets
Oh, yeah,
interesting.
they don't have holes.
Hey,
Tight end.
WR1, Malik Washington. Number 2, Jalen Tolbert.
gave
Number
me nothing.
3, Tutu
Oh, I missed
Atwell.
Yeah.
That's not a wide receiver room that Malik Willis wants to throw to. So
No.
we might be looking there in the draft, although there are some other areas.
Yeah, it's building the trenches for mine.
Yeah.
Just got to get that
both
right.
sides.
Both sides, which we've seen the Raiders start to do. It's taken them a few years, but they're getting there. But
But they got Chop Robinson, Doss, your boy.
I like Chop. Yeah. New GM John Eric Sullivan, who's come across from Green Bay.
Yep.
He's got 7 picks in the top 100.
That's nice.
So pick 11, 30, 43, then 4 in the third round. So Miami and then the 2027 draft. So we saw what John Schneider and what the Seahawks have done with their draft. We've seen how Howie Roseman and how the Eagles, how well they've drafted.
Yep.
The Chiefs as well, where they've topped up talent around Mahomes and they've hit predominantly on the defensive side of the ball with their drafts. But got to get this right.
Got it.
It starts with this draft. And even with the Browns last year, they're hit on quite a few of their picks. You go through their first sort of 6 picks, which I think were in 6 in the top 120. 4 of them look like hits outside of probably Dylan Gabriel and who they took on the back end. I can't remember who they were.
If you do that over 3 years, if you hit on
That's exactly, and that's
11
what
or
the
12
Seahawks did.
players over 3 years, like bang.
That's right.
That's like one whole side of the field or of your team.
And that's what you got to do. So that, I mean, when we've done a couple of mock drafts, Kurt, you and I, we get to Miami and you look at the needs and oh my gosh,
You just picked the next best player.
It's going to be best available, I
Yeah.
think, for Miami, isn't it?
it has to be. It's
With
wide-
a little bit of structure of where we want to fill or what we want to fill.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be who's the best in out of these 7 positions taken.
We had Morgan in the chat from Australia saying
Hey, Morgan.
Browns drafted well.
Browns
Question
drafted
mark?
well, as in.
That was just a statement.
they did last year.
Yeah, oh, sorry, they did. Yeah.
I mean,
Good on you, Morgs.
Morgan's a Saints fan, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah, well, they did finally hit on a few.
yeah,
You had a few boys that you like.
Judkins,
yeah.
Swessinger,
We all
Linebacker,
like
yes,
Judkins.
Wessinger, that's right.
Carson Swessinger.
Yeah, he had
very
a good season.
Harold
he was taking pick
Fannin.
46, was
Harold Fannon's
My
a
boy.
nice hit.
HFJ.
I think he was my boy before he was your boy, but that's all right. Oh, that's another question from Tim May, actually. He asked, when is the My Boy segment coming back?
Oh, don't ask me, mate. I've been waiting for it.
Well, so just to explain, I mean, we've got a lot of veteran listeners, but to the newbies who are watching, My Boy was a very contentious segment we had for the first 2 years of the pod.
I almost snorted then.
Doss,
About how
only you to go.
contentious it was.
Well, it was contentious because you would always argue with the ratings I gave, remember? So there was a point
okay.
system. Sorry, I'll start again. The concept of the segment was everybody says, oh, that guy's my boy. That guy's my boy. It's like, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer and he's won 2 Super Bowls. Like Patrick
5
Mahomes,
All-Pros.
of course. Oh, he's my boy. So we wanted to create something where you claim someone before they're big, right?
Yeah.
They couldn't be a first round draft pick.
That's right.
They couldn't have more than 2 years experience in the league, right? They were the 2
Couldn't
rules.
have won an
and they
award
couldn't have won
either,
a
I
major
think,
award.
yeah.
So they
Yeah.
couldn't be offensive rookie, of the year.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So there was those 3 criteria, and we each had to pick a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. So we had our roster of 4. I think we
And
introduced
one
trades
and
at
one-
some point.
and
Yeah,
one
we had a
defensive
draft.
player, I think.
One defensive player. So we had a roster of 5. You're right. Then, this is where the contention came in. Every week, I would then look at their games and assign them either a green, so you get 1 point, a yellow, you get half a point. A red, you get no points, or a crimson where you lose a point. And a crimson was like if a wide receiver had -3 yards.
Or a running back had a fumble and that was it or something. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
So it was great. It was a lot of work and arguments, but I think we will. Should we bring it back?
We can. I won it both years, so
I mean,
I'm happy to
I
bring it back.
enjoyed it. All I had to do was the draft, and we had a couple of trades through the year. Remember?
Yeah.
where we could trade. Yeah.
I think we
that
had
was for
injured reserve.
injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're bringing it back. Note it down, Jimbo.
Done.
There
All
you go,
right,
amazing.
we've got JG in the chat saying, any predictions for the South pre-draft? Betting odds for the division are wild. Bucks 2.2, Saints 4. Seems though Mania is going nuts, but I'm shocked how low they are on Panthers. Disrespectful, to be honest.
Okay, that's a great question from Jack about the NFC South.
Do you want to bring the odds up, James, if you got them there?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Then I have to Google it.
We could have a look.
Yeah, so obviously the Panthers won the division on 8-9. The Bucks were 8-9 as well. The Falcons were 8-9. They snuck up there towards the end.
Tampa are arguably worse.
And the Saints were
for their
6-11.
off-season.
Yeah, I think Tampa
Not
are
overly
worse.
thrilled with what they've done so far.
I've lost faith in the Buccaneers now.
I'm a little concerned.
But it's also the South.
No,
Todd Bowles is
they're heavy
under a bit of
favourites,
pressure.
fellas.
They are everywhere.
And Atlanta with Tua.
Okay.
Okay.
I actually quietly like...
the Saints surprised me a little bit.
Well, they did win 5 in a row to finish the year, right? And
Plus
Tyler Shuck
350.
showed a lot.
Showed a bit.
A bit. Carolina, I like what they've done so far.
Is this the Travis Etienne effect?
I feel like
Etienne.
Shuck
It's not
showed.
Etienne.
It is Etienne.
Well, it's not. He
it's
said
possible to
it's
get
not.
your own surname wrong, and he's gotten his own surname
I
wrong.
think he's meant to.
Oh,
I think
that's
it's
right. He said
I think
Etienne,
it's-
didn't he?
I think it's Etienne.
Etienne.
Which,
Okay, that's
like,
better.
from that's how I would pronounce
Sure.
it from a French.
Yes,
Etienne.
I agree.
Should I
It's
weigh
not
in here,
Etienne.
boys? I
Yeah,
think-
go on. Go on.
You can just cut us all off and start talking.
That's it. I'll just mute all the mics.
It'll
Yeah,
be
you can
interesting,
do
when,
that.
but it is. I mean, the NFC South's always this time of year. Most lean towards Tampa, but yeah, Atlanta's always that. Smoky piece.
All
new
right, pick one.
coach
Come on,
with
let's pick one. It's a
Stefanski.
quick question. Who are we picking?
Panthers
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to roll with Atlanta next season.
with Tua or Vic.
Sorry, Jack, that's not the answer.
Doesn't matter.
Penix.
I'm
Tua
gonna
or
ro-
Penix.
Doesn't matter.
Or pick one.
No,
Someone's-
no, I'm just rolling with Atlanta. It said pick a team, not pick a quarterback.
Well, I just wanted to put you on the spot and see if you'd make a decision.
All right,
and when
Mastodon
we do
rocks.
our when we do our divisional predictions, that's when I'll go into the weeds.
Mastodon Rock 777. Would you trade JSN straight up for Max Crosby? If I was getting JSN, I
No.
would take that every day of the
Oh,
week.
take-
Oh,
Jason.
Raiders would,
I would not give up JSN for Max
but
Crosby.
not
no.
on the Seattle side.
T Wilco 96. Which team will finish top of the NFC West? The NFC West after the new pickups and losses. The Rams will finish top.
Rams is a pretty safe bet, really, isn't it?
Well, the Seahawks just won the Super Bowl, but yeah, I'll
I,
say,
I
say
like the
Rams.
Rams.
I'm gonna go. I think Seattle will repeat as divisional winners.
You just pick one of the two because it's probably 50-50.
Well, 49ers. You
I'm not.
Go- don't
I'm-
dis-
You're
Disrespect
rolling
them.
the
Yeah.
49ers.
I don't mind them.
I just feel like there's just something missing there.
maybe.
I think the other two are a little bit more complete.
Well,
I would agree with that. On both sides of the ball, I think they have a more complete roster than what the 49ers do.
keep the questions coming in the chat. We will get there in just 1 second. One more question that came in earlier from Cisco. If it was your call, who would be your Super Bowl halftime show? Actually, I want to hear this in the chat too. Let Jimbo know. Get typing. Who do you want at the Super Bowl halftime show? And the other half of the question was, who do you never want to see in the Super Bowl halftime show? And I got an answer for that. I don't.
Enrique, I want Enrique there.
I don't want Sabrina Carpenter to touch a Super Bowl halftime show. She can.
Dos, thoughts on that?
Was that the one that you wanted in?
No, it's not actually.
Really?
No.
Is it Ciara?
No.
Russell Wilson's
Oh,
wife?
Ciara came out. And Russ does like an appearance.
He's like grinding on it.
Because Russ won't be
He
playing.
won't be playing, but Russ could be
He just gets up there with his rig out and just doing these.
and have like Dangerous written on him or something.
Dangerous.
Eating the Danger Witch. Remember the Subway
Oh no,
sandwich?
he comes
Yeah.
up and he's cooking.
That's not
Oh,
bad.
he's so bad.
Steelers Nation Australia says Megadeth.
Megadeth.
Who are Megadeth?
All right.
That's like a hardcore metal. I like that.
That's real.
That's Mark. Is that Mark from Steelers Nation Australia?
That is. Welcome,
Hey, Mark.
Mark.
Welcome, man.
Steelers
This is a guy
Nation
who live
Australia.
streams every day on YouTube
Yeah.
for Pittsburgh. So Steelers Nation Australia, if you want to.
No, might as well give him a gift as well. Giving everyone else gifts except for us.
I like how he's salty that a loyal listener for
I know.
4 years got something
This
free
guy.
tonight.
Oh, we
What
got-
do you want? Do you want a Wowie Pop, mate? Like,
No, I don't like lollipops.
okay, well, you don't like. I offered you a Coke earlier.
No,
you
he
don't
doesn't
like
drink soft drink. He
Don't
doesn't have bubbly drinks.
I like NFL
But
cards.
what? Too spicy, are they?
Signed by early round draft picks.
You were bagging him and saying it was worth $38.
Yeah, but I'd have
you hear
different-
it's worth more, and now I want it.
Move on.
Hawley's chasing Ashton Genty autos.
Yeah, that's a shout out. If anyone's got an Ashton Genty auto I want to get rid of,
Who did you say
All
you
right.
want at the Super Bowl?
Enrique Iglesias.
Who do you want?
I want a
Hero.
collaboration between Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, Lainey Wilson, and Ella Langley.
That's like your
country
number
boy.
one pick.
I'm surprised.
That's good.
You saw Lainey Wilson, didn't
I
you?
saw Lainey Wilson in Adelaide.
Let
She
me
was
guess.
brilliant.
I don't know who she is. She's a
She was
petite blonde. Is she a
excellent.
petite blonde?
I don't know if she's petite.
Or is she a blonde?
Can we
Yeah,
pick?
she's blonde hair.
Can we pick any entertainment?
Well, no, it's singing.
Remembering we're live, yes, you can.
I'll stick with Enrique.
Okay.
We got JG in the chat saying, I want Alice in Chains, and I would hate to see Tyler perform.
Tyler. Okay.
Maybe the creator, I'm not sure. Cohen KR, I want Good Charlotte, especially after seeing them in
take Good
Brizzy.
Charlotte.
And
I want Blink.
He says, I don't want Taylor Swift.
Good answer. Who was that said that?
That was Cohen KR.
Cohen. Good tastes.
I
We
wouldn't
got
mind a-
Ricky Dalby saying Garth Brooks from 1995.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They're
Throwback.
country.
Yeah. I like
Thomas Dono, Vance Joy as the halftime
yeah.
show. He would hate to see Ariana Grande or Taylor Swift.
Will there be someone at the? I mean, there'll be halftime entertainment at the Australia
You'd
game,
imagine.
right?
You'd
Yeah,
imagine
they'll do
so.
so.
sure.
That might be fun.
They'll do it
Look,
properly.
South Australians, by the way, say Vance Joy. Everyone's going to slay
Vance
us
Joy.
for that. They're going to slay
Vance Joy.
us.
I'd say Vance Joy.
I say
There you
Vance.
go.
Yeah, I
Joy.
think I even say Vance. I say advantage.
Advantage.
I say dance.
Advantage.
We got-
But I
advantage.
think it's Vance Joy.
Yeah, I'm not
We got
sure.
Bronx Bombers saying Jelly Roll and Post Malone would be good.
Oh yeah.
Nick Myers, Fisher. Don't know Fisher.
Fisher's the DJ that played at Live Golf.
Ah.
He doesn't know who Fisher is.
I don't know. I don't know any of Fisher's music.
I know.
I've
he's
heard of him, but
advertised
I've not
everywhere.
heard any of his.
He's got some
music.
good film clips actually.
Thanks
Does
for
he?
nothing,
Okay.
Hans, but he's put in Engina de Poitrine. Don't know who the heck that is, but I'm assuming he's just wanted me to butcher the pronunciation.
It's possible.
Yeah, tried to screw you over, didn't he?
We should have got him to talk about Osa as. Oh no, I've ruined it.
Osa Digizua.
Digizua. I can't even
sorry,
say it.
JG corrected me. He was saying Taylor before, not Tyler.
Ah, gotcha.
My bad.
Okay, good input, good chat.
Good work.
I can't believe how down you are on my choice. That's disappointing. From
No,
you.
it's fine.
Okay.
I didn't mind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would it be a bit like the Eminem?
Yeah,
like that
but
kind
like a-
of setup?
Yeah, but not. But
Like
country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
It's
be-
the,
that would
it's the
be quite
Midwestern conservative version of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the next Super Bowl in Dallas?
I don't know if there is one scheduled for Dallas.
That's
Actually.
the country
that
one, is
would
it?
be that'd be the
Oh, you
Yeah.
could do it.
entertainment.
No,
Oh,
you could do it.
Asherholics joined the chat.
Hey.
He said, congrats on 300. He said Olivia Dunn,
Oh yeah.
Oh, what? Livy Dunn.
but then he retracted
Isn't
the
that the
message. so-
isn't
I
that
thought
the
that was
cheerleader?
yeah.
I
Are
think-
they different people?
I think he wants a different kind of entertainment. That might be more Hawley's thinking.
And we
with
got
the band
Steelers
joke from
Nation
before.
Australia saying Rufus Dussault.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that'd be fun.
All right. That's good suggestions. We'll Doss will pitch that to
Wasn't
Rog.
she the one that was top of the American influencer? Livy Dunn? Is that? who
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
from?
She's going out with a baseballer.
Yeah.
Oh, Skeens.
You know what? We,
Steensy.
well, we
From,
haven't had the
Pittsburgh
Super Bowl.
Pirates.
We might have. I'm not sure, but
Oh,
a heap of
Asherholic
DJs
50
just,
said Olivia Dean.
Olivia Dean.
yeah.
She was the number one in the top 100.
Sorry, Hawley was on a roll there.
we
Sorry,
haven't
mate.
actually had a group of DJs doing their thing.
Scratching.
Yeah, like scratch and remix.
Bomb Funk MCs.
That would be a really cool halftime show.
Would it?
Free,
it would be.
come out with freestyler.
Oh, yes.
the
I-
dudes with the dreads.
Yeah. The little
in their,
Adidas jacket.
In their futuristic.
They'd be quite old now, just grey dreads.
Bald. It's a wig.
Just a bold patch and 3 dreads.
All right, we've only got a couple more questions on here, so we will defer to the chat for all of the rest after this last couple. Favorite player, we've done that one. If you could watch a game at any stadium, says Scotty Mac NZ, in the US, why would it be Arrowhead? He says, but where would you?
Already
boys go?
been there, mate.
You've been there. Was it good, Arrowhead?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we loved it.
Did it seem old and run down, or was it good?
I'd only seen a couple of stadiums, Americans like NFL stadiums by that point, so it just seemed like another stadium. I mean, comparing it, going over to Dallas, like they're completely different. Yeah,
Or Vegas.
or Vegas. Yeah, Vegas is brand new and everything's perfect. But Arrowhead was awesome. I love the atmosphere.
I'm very sad that they're moving away from Arrowhead.
Oh yeah, they are too.
It doesn't make. I don't like it. We don't need another dome. We need places with personality. It's like how West Ham in the soccer moved from Boylan Ground to the Olympic Stadium, and no one goes, and it's this soulless modern thing.
And you're Kansas City. Stay in the city.
Well, I mean, technically,
Well,
they're not that far from it. Like it,
Well, they're not far, but they're not in Kansas City anymore.
yeah,
They're in Kansas State.
yeah. But Kansas City spans across Missouri and Kansas.
I know, but I want you in Kansas City.
James knows. He did grow up there.
No, I know, but it sounds like he's saying they're no longer going to be.
Well, they're not in Kansas City, are they?
How
At that
far away
point.
they moved from it?
Am I wrong?
It's downtown. Well, currently it's downtown.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, you might be right. Well, I apologize, Jimbo.
It's-
I shouldn't
I
argue
could
with
be
the
It's
local.
a short to medium cab ride
Yeah, it's not that far. I didn't
when you
think.
get into the randoms and you're drunk.
Okay. Dos, where do you want to go? You been to Lambeau?
No, I haven't. So
Okay,
I'd love
well,
to
that's
go.
the
I've
Okay,
been.
and I'm wrong. It's still in Kansas City, technically.
Sweet. It's just on the Kansas side.
On the
of it.
Kansas side.
Yeah.
We don't like that side. We like the Missouri side.
We do like the Missouri. He's a Missouri man. He was
Okay.
born in Missouri. Yeah.
Like the Mizzou Tigers.
Mizzou Tigers. There you go.
Hey.
That. Did you
Yeah.
Google that or did you know it?
No, I knew that growing up. I know all the Kansas side stuff.
Nice. All right. Last question on here before we go to the chat. If you had to pick, this is for you, Dos. If you had to pick 3 Hall of Fame inductees, 1 offense, 1 defense, 1 coach, who are they and why? That's from JDR.
Current. I'm assuming.
Whatever you want.
All right. Well, I am still devastated that Torrey Holt isn't in
I
the
knew-
Hall,
yep.
Hall of
That's
Fame.
your big one.
Like that.
Yep.
It just absolutely astounds me that he isn't in there. Everyone can go and look up his statistics, but just greatest show on turf.
Yep.
Everyone else from that team, from that core of the offense is in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he's been nominated and a semi-finalist, I don't know, basically every single year since he's been eligible is just crazy. So
All right.
he's
Defense.
well, I mean, defensive side of the ball, Myles Garrett will walk up straight in,
It's a good one.
no issues.
And coach is Mark McDaniel, yeah?
It might be. Well, I mean, Andy Reid's the obvious
Yeah.
pick here, right? And then I'm kind of thinking that Sean McVay will probably feature in that conversation. I think he'll definitely be in the Hall of Fame as well.
Mhm.
Reid's the obvious one. We'll go
Is
McVay.
one ring enough? How many rings do you need to get?
I think he will still get in with
Yeah?
one ring.
Okay.
Yeah, given his record with the Rams as well.
Yep. And been to Super Bowls. And
Well, that too, and then they also look at the number of coaches that have coordinators that you had under you that have then gone on and had success too. So there's with coaching, there's the ring, but there's also other factors that come into it as well.
like it. All right. Well, let's get the chat questions going, Jimbo. What do we got? I reckon we've got 10 or 15 more minutes and then we'll say goodbye. So get them rolling through. But we do need to say right now, we need to remind you, if you're watching, please hit like. Hitting like helps us, helps the analytics, all sorts of stuff. YouTube loves it. So smash, as they say, smash the like button.
Are we
Ross.
still giving away the prize tonight? Is that what?
No, it's open. It's
Oh,
open
it's
tonight. So
open
you got to
now.
DM us for the prize. If you're from South Australia, DM us on Instagram if you want to go into the running for the Kia prize. But just for our goodness, please hit like right now. That helps a lot.
Can't wait to open the app up when I finish off and
DMs
see
up
all
the wazoo.
DMs in there.
That's
Who's,
right.
who's,
Kurt
who's
says-
keeping track of it all too? By the way, are you
Kurt
going
says,
in there
"Hey,
doing
bud,
that?
are you able to look after this one for me?"
Ask
All right,
politely.
we've
you,
got-
can, you can say no, Dos.
We've got Goes Nuts in the chat saying, if a team were to relocate, who should it be and where should they go?
That's a great question. Oh, it's a great question.
Arizona.
Yes, that was my first thought. Go to,
Some
another
people
desert.
like the desert, though.
Hey,
Some people like the desert.
maybe.
I could see Arizona relocating to Toronto.
Oh, you think we're going Canada?
I
You think?
Yeah. Well, why not?
Who was yours?
Become the
That's
Toronto-
quite the opposite. Like you're going from
Toronto
here to-
Cardinals. Yeah, but
Yeah, but that happens when
that doesn't matter. That's
yeah.
common. That's
Yeah.
not unusual.
Who was your expansion team you used to play with on Madden? The San Jose.
San Jose Sharks.
San Jose.
You called them the Sharks. That's the hockey team.
No, what did I call it? Sacramento Sharks.
Sacramento Sharks.
Sorry.
That's right. That's right. We did our expansion segment, didn't we?
That was a
I like
long
Arizona.
time ago.
That was the first one that came to mind for me. Yeah, I mean the Texans are strong enough at the moment. I'm just thinking like the teams
Right,
where
we're
there's a
just
lot of
thinking like
high
a
concentration
a
of
poor team that just needs something.
Jacksonville, are they a little in
Yeah.
danger of
You're looking at really the
relocation?
smaller market teams. That
Yeah.
So Nashville's, Tennessee's another one.
Yeah.
Could you relocate them to San Antonio?
Yeah, where's the biggest place that doesn't have a team?
San Antonio
Antonio's a
would
big
be up
market.
there. Yeah.
Okay, good question.
Austin's another one, but you could combine
but
that with San Antonio, really.
Yeah, we've got a lot of Texas going on.
Texas is big.
It is big.
Big football.
We got Annie Falkenberg saying, is Hawley playing local footy this year?
No.
And she's also waiting on a painting quote, by the way.
That's a dumb question.
That is brilliant, Annie.
Beautiful.
I feel like there's something I don't know going on here. Do you feel like left out of the loop in this, James?
I'm just the messenger.
That's
I'm the proxy.
We got have a look at easy.
Get on the next question.
I don't know what nerve we've hit there.
Well
We'll move
done.
on.
No,
Where's
I
Stuart
like-
McGill? We
I
need
like
Stuart
that.
McGill. Where's Stewie?
Move on.
All right.
All right, we got Thomas Dono saying AFC conference versus NFC conference. Who wins and why?
Ooh, so an old school Pro Bowl.
So a proper Pro Bowl. Back when Torrey Holt was getting in all of those.
AFC conference, NFC conference. Well, the NFC was stronger by a mile for the first half of last year, right? They were killing the AFC, and then it sort of evened out a little bit towards
Best
the end.
quarterback. It would just come down who's got the best quarterback.
So you've got Stafford up against
Fully fit. Everyone's fully fit.
Stafford
obviously.
up against Patty or Josh Allen
it's
or Lamar.
Mahomes or Allen.
Probably take the Mahomes side.
Yeah, but then what about other positions? I don't know. I think my gut says
We would
NFC.
have to map this out.
I think it's a good
I kind of
segment.
like this as
I
a
would actually really
exercise.
like to do this.
Can we write this down, Jimbo?
Can we? I reckon next week we
So-
come with our rosters. Each,
My boy, and then
or starters.
NFC, AFC, yeah, starters.
I'll do offense. You guys do defense.
Well, no, I just do.
You know what? I think that sounds like an off-season mini pod to me.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
It's a good
all
one
right.
because we
Yeah.
got Robert Mays from the Athletic on
It
next
is.
week.
Oh, we do. Yes.
Yeah. What else is going on
Get
there,
his
Jim?
input.
What else we got? We got Better Fitzsimmons again from earlier in the chat. Would you prefer to have Mac Jones or Ty Simpson's? Ty Simpson. Personally, I feel like Ty Simpson is just getting inflated because he's the second best callback, but not necessarily in early second round talent.
There's a lot of comps between Ty Simpson and Mac Jones.
I
By
think
the
you
way.
take the fresh, the one that you don't know anything about yet.
Do you spend a second round pick on
What are the comps between them?
a similar style of quarterback?
What are you taking?
I'll take Simpson purely because we've
We
seen.
know the ceiling of Mac.
we know what Mac can do now. Whereas Simpson, like Mac's probably not going to be a starter again.
Hmm.
He's going to be a backup. Simpson might be a starter. You don't know. If not, worst case, he's a backup.
Yeah, I think you got to take
Yeah,
a bit of a risk
I think so.
because, I mean, I know Darnold won the Super Bowl, but we can't see Mac delivering a Super Bowl.
It's actually a good point
team.
what Doss said though. If you're taking, like, if Arizona are taking Simpson, would you be better off taking Mac Jones and just giving him the year, see what he can do, and then taking a quarterback next year rather than investing an early second or jumping into a late first for Simpson?
But then are we delaying the inevitable again? Like, how many years can these franchises push the guy down the road only to then get it wrong? And they've waited 3 years to get that. Like, it's a Jets cycle.
27 draft. Telling you.
But
I know we don't like to
how
look
about we
ahead
just
to
become
that.
competent enough to nail this year's draft?
Well,
Well,
the
you-
quarterback prospects aren't there in this year's
Well,
draft.
that's it.
That's
If
the
there isn't
whole
a guy to
issue.
take, there's no
guy
Just
to
like the
take.
running back market in free agency was strong because outside of Jeremiah Love, you're not going to get a running back until late second or third round.
But it's such a loser approach. How often does this approach of, oh, we're waiting for that class later on and we're going to destroy and fail our franchise and our fans for another year?
well, the Jets are doing it this season.
Of
Coming
course,
up.
yeah, exactly. The Jets are doing it. Look at them. Every year they
Yeah.
suck.
I think you only fail your franchise if you draft incorrectly while you're waiting for that quarterback.
Correct.
Like if you draft correct, if Arizona go and draft some good offensive linemen, they build their roster knowing
Yes.
that we've got him next year and we're drafting these guys are waiting for him, then I think it's fine.
But my point is that the teams that are constantly in this cycle where they say, oh,
They're
we're just
always
going to wait
there.
another year,
Yeah.
they're there because they're bad drafting franchises.
Yeah.
They're bad at building rosters. And they convince themselves that the next year it'll be right and we'll build in the meantime. But in the meantime, in reality, they get these picks wrong. I think it's a dangerous game.
Yeah,
So, who are
Morgan
you
from
taking?
Australian says, how long can they kick the can down the road? Ask the New Orleans Saints, lol.
Yep.
Were you drafting Simpson?
Yeah.
With whatever late pick. Well, they trading with Buffalo, maybe something like that.
Oh, yeah, I would.
They've got 34, so you trade up to 28 or something to grab Simpson.
I'd go there.
We'll see what happens in 3 years' time.
Yeah.
We got Thomas Dono saying his last question for the night.
Ooh.
Which NFL logo
wrapping
is
us
the
up.
coolest?
Patriots.
Easy answer.
Get all NFL logos up on the screen, please, Jimbo. This is
We
a game
haven't
to
done
play
a good
at
logo
home.
dump for a
Deep
while.
dive.
Fun fact, Steelers are only on one side of the helmet. The only team that have that.
They are.
Logo on one
And
side.
they're the only logo that seems to have been made in clip art.
And is it the Bears that the only team with no logo on their helmets?
Ooh, are they no? Are they
Yeah.
no?
And there's a long history behind that. It's either the Bears or the Browns. Somebody correct me.
The Browns don't have a logo on their helmet.
Because
Then
it would
it's
be
the
a
Browns.
because it would be a helmet on a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
It's helmetception.
You could do that.
No, it's Jimbo.
Right. Let me try.
I could give you the worst logo. I think it's the Bengals.
Do you think it's bad? Just a B.
Just a B.
Just a
I mean,
stripy
Green
B.
Bay is just a G. And the Giants
But
is
it's a
just
cool looking G.
letters.
It's the
Yeah, I like
Who
the-
took that G first? Was it the Georgia
Georgia
or?
Bulldogs or Green Bay?
All right, here we go. We've got them up on the screen. Arizona, Baltimore looks cool.
I like Cardinals.
You like
I
Cardinals?
don't hate Cardinals.
I don't mind I like the Bills.
I reckon
logo.
the Falcons is super clever. It's the bird coming into land, and it's an F for Falcons. That's pretty sick.
Oh, yeah.
The Bills is good.
Panthers
Panthers
solid.
okay.
I like Bills.
Panthers is AI. Right. Generate me ChatGPT. Generate me a tough looking
back in
panther.
1996.
No, but I'm saying it looks like AI, right?
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys is really phoning it in.
Yeah. Although it's
I mean,
the
it's
Stafford.
the star.
Yeah.
I don't hate
Yes.
Denver's.
I don't like what Cleveland's just got a piece of padding as their. It's like having a
This is
shin
more
pad
divisive
for-
than I thought it'd be.
Is the chat going off, or are we just
No,
not
I just
agreeing?
meant between us.
I hate to say it, but I don't mind Kansas City Chiefs.
We had
Chiefs' logos are right.
Yeah.
Steelers Nation. Redskins has the best logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Redskins are sick.
Yeah.
What are they going to name the new stadium?
Which one?
When
Oh,
they move?
Kansas City.
The soulless dome of
Because
devoid
that's
of
an-
hope, I believe.
I'm
It'd be
just putting
G-
some stuff together. This is an Arrowhead, right?
Correct.
It'll be GHA Field.
Correct. GHA Field.
Will be what the new stadium.
Oh.
'Cause that's
so
what
then
it
the
is
logo
now,
won't
isn't it?
match this. Well, everyone kind of knows that as Arrowhead.
No
don't
one
they?
calls it that, but
But
that's the
no.
naming rights of the
Yeah.
field. It's like we refuse to call Acrisure Stadium. It's
Yeah,
always
that's right.
still Heinz Field.
That's right.
We got Steelers saying Rams' old logo was
Yes, St.
Better?
Louis
I
Rams
agree.
logo was
I agree.
brilliant.
The
We could
actual
go
Ram-
through some old school logos. At
Houston
some
Keep
stage.
going
Oilers.
down, Jimbo. We got plenty more. Keep,
In fact, all the old ones are
Scrolly Dolan.
all the old ones are really good.
uh,
Phillies is all right, and
yeah,
the
Phillies
Miami
is
one.
okay.
I don't mind
like
Miami.
Miami's. It represents the.
Chargers
The
one
place.
is stupid.
I always like the Vikings, especially the color. I love the purple.
Yeah,
I mean, the Raiders logo is cool.
I think the Chargers is the worst.
Whoa.
Be close to it.
I'm not big
Oh,
on the
sorry,
Rams.
Chargers,
I'm not
yeah,
big
yeah.
on the Rams' current logo.
Bent lightning bolt. Yeah, I agree there, Dos.
The old Pats one's cool. That's
Keep going. Patriots is cool.
Seahawks I like.
Yep. And so
And
Ted,
Tampa Bay.
Have Tennessee adopted their old logo? Is that a
it's
throwback?
a
Yeah,
Throwback?
that's their new logo now. So
It's new, but it's a throwback,
a
right?
throwback to the Houston Oilers.
I didn't really like it when I first saw it, but actually
Nah,
looking
I
at
don't
it
mind
again.
Steelers to me has
I
always
mean-
been too Subaru adjacent.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
very-
Subaru.
yeah.
I didn't think of that.
I mean, Washington's currently is.
Yeah, pathetic.
I don't like it.
Anyway,
Yeah, we had
All right,
Goes
good one.
Nuts saying Dolphins is good.
Yeah,
Dolphins is good. Yeah,
Tampa
that's right.
Bay's
up
is. I like the Buccaneers one's cool.
there. Okay, let's go a few more questions for the night, and then we'll wrap it up. What are we at? 9:08. Let's go until 1:15. So get your last questions in. Hit the like button if you haven't, and if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please hit subscribe. It's very important to us. We
we
appreciate
had
it.
Steelers Nation Australia say legit question. Kelsey is effing old for a 3-year contract? Question mark.
Yeah, we
it's-
alluded to that at the start of the show.
it's
Yeah.
1 year guaranteed money, effectively, isn't it? Like 13 mil or something like that.
I can bring it up for you. I'm pretty sure it was something like that. Reading it, the Hawley.
So why do they sign these guys to 3 years then? If they know, if really, just sign them to a year and then, or is it just to hold them there for 3 years?
Or
They hold
maybe
the
to
right- they hold
spread the money
rights.
Because
little.
so then he's a free agent again, effectively at the end of 1 year. Then if it's just a 1 year
If it's
deal,
just 1 year, so they hold the rights to him. But
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, what else, Jimbo?
We
Last
had
couple of questions.
Ricky Dalby asking, will you guys set up somewhere in Melbourne and do a live show in September?
Well,
I mean, if we don't get-
this-
if we don't get
need to get tickets. Yeah, if we don't get tickets, we have to do something.
yeah, we have no special privileges.
Yeah.
You know what would be cool? If
What?
we somehow did get a box, could you set up a live show in,
No, because you need a media pass. We'd actually get kicked out.
if you just
You think the
started
Australian
filming?
Open had their way with us?
No, like in a private box.
No way. NFL are notoriously litigious with that stuff too. You get
you might be able to go Insta Live, but that might be about as far as it
That's
goes.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's get a regular ticket
let's
first.
get a seat first
12 mil for Kelsey, by the way.
Okay.
for next season.
Guaranteed.
So who asked that question? Was that Rick?
Ricky down there.
Yeah, Rick, TBC on all of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, the travel stuff is a conundrum because do you book the travel now, hoping to get a ticket, and then you miss out and you've booked travel for no reason?
Or road trip, baby.
Or road trip.
I'm
Jimbo,
liking road trip.
yeah, Jimbo wants to. He does want to drive.
Love
Yeah,
a
I'll
road
be keen to
trip.
drive.
Yeah,
Then you got a car there.
yeah. All right, maybe we do that, and then we can do rogue interviews. What, like 600 meters
Here
from
we
the
go.
MCG?
That's it.
Doss's trivia all the way there.
Hey.
Oh, live.
Yeah, we can do
Maybe
that.
that could be the halftime show.
Yeah.
Hey.
I like it. Yeah, we're figuring something out.
We had Hans saying Lambeau Field getting a sponsor this year? Question mark.
Yeah, there is talk about that.
Ooh, yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Need,
So
the,
that
need the
change-
cash.
Yeah.
Does that change naming or just visuals? I don't know.
It'll be naming rights for the field.
Yeah, so it'll be plastered everywhere.
So we'll see what that looks like.
Muscle
Because
Cat
there is
Field.
talk of
Well,
building a new stadium.
maybe
in
we should
Green Bay.
sponsor.
Oh,
What
yeah,
do
we
you
should.
think it's worth?
Hall Painting and Building Arena.
Cluggers.
Cluggers Arena.
Cluggers
The
Arena.
very
Cluggers
first
Arena.
sponsor. All right.
They
What
were
else?
good people at Cluggers
Great
too.
people. What else, Jim?
abandoned
We did
them,
have
but-
Bronx Bombers ask earlier that I missed. MLB opening day tomorrow. Who are your teams? Just to be off NFL.
That is a perfect segue. On Kirk Can't Talk, the podcast coming out tomorrow, I spoke to Rolsey, a baseball
Rolsey's a good man.
host. Great voice. One of the
Yeah.
best voices in the game.
Really great guy.
Really great guy. One of the best. And the second half of the pod, we went through a number of teams for me to pick my team because I don't have one. So we went through a bit of a.
So who
Bit of
did
a
you
quiz.
end up? Because I had
Well,
my team.
you can listen tomorrow on
Oh,
Kirk Can't
okay.
Talk, Doss, and you'll find out.
All right.
Who's
Well,
your team?
I am a Detroit Tigers man.
Okay. Yes.
Who
Your
does
affinity with the Red Wings.
Shahani Otani, whatever his name is.
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, sorry.
LA Dodgers. You would be a classic LA Dodgers fan
That's
as
my
well.
team. I'm a Dodgers man.
You would be.
Through and through, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Look, I've
You-
just glanced down. I haven't checked
Surely
the.
you'll
sweat,
pick
sweat.
Royals.
Oh, you have to find out.
You'll
Watch
pick the
Kirk
Royals.
Can't
If
Talk
you
on
don't
YouTube
pick the
tomorrow.
Royals, I will be asking some questions.
Watch Kirk Can't Talk tomorrow. Okay, I have not looked at the chat until just then, and I have seen Nick Myers say, "Are we getting a joke of the week?" I've seen Jack Grant say, "Oh yeah, live joke of the week. That's a brilliant idea." Christopher Hall,
Bring it in, baby.
remembering we can get in trouble live on YouTube. Joke of the week.
Doss,
Hawley.
what do Dallas Cowboys fans do after they win the Super Bowl? Turn off the PlayStation.
That's so Tony Snowden live.
How about those Cowboys?
Very good. Look, ladies and gents, that is our 300th episode of the Outback Quarterback Podcast. Again, we want to say a huge thank you to all of you. You have listened through thick and thin. You have listened to it. We've been in good form, in bad form, like me a couple of weeks ago. And
me
you're
right
always
now.
there with
Yeah.
feedback. You're always there with praise and support, and you tell your mates about us, and we love that. So the community that we've built, and Doss, I mean, you've done an incredible power of work building that community online with the fantasy stuff, with the DMs.
Ooh.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
That's
you.
another one of those.
You look
Bit
at that.
moving there, isn't there?
You are the best in the biz, Doss. We rely on you very, very heavily. Like tonight, you come prepared. You know everything off the top of your head, but that's not a fluke. That's because you prepared. So thank you. Holy, you are an integral and unique part of this. And through 300 episodes...
Replaceable.
No, not at all replaceable. And we feel it when you're not there. So thank you for everything that
Thank
you've
you,
done.
Curtis.
Jimbo, you're a recent addition to the team, but I know people love you. There he is. Jimbo.
Bigger.
Look, he's replaced Ollie. You are replaceable.
Get the double cobras out, Jim. There we go.
So thank you very much to everyone, you boys and everybody watching and listening along. If we can ask one more favor, it is to make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you hit like, leave comments, and just keep listening and telling your friends because we're not going anywhere. I think we said we're going to do this till we're 70 years old, so we've got 35 years left of NFL coverage. You can enter the Kia competition if you're from South Australia. Send us a DM. Make sure you've liked this video. Other than that, I think that's it. That's a wrap on 300 episodes. We'll do some more live stuff again soon because that was fun.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, one and all.
Thank you.